Hey, it's Rich Racine, the Racine Realty team here at RE/MAX Innovative Properties. I wanted to talk about something today, supply versus demand. Supply versus demand. So what am I talking about? So the current market, it's not a supply issue. It's not like, hey, there's not enough homes for people. We saw a record-breaking year last year with 6.1 million homes sold. That's a 15-year record for the amount of homes sold. Plenty of transactions, not a supply issue, a demand issue, right? There's plenty of qualified buyers out there. There's gonna continue to be that this year as well. We'll probably see a little bit of a dip in transactions, so people selling, because the rise in interest rates. They can't get into a cheaper home. 85% of the people have refinanced into a below 4% interest rate or bought at a below 4 interest rate. Doesn't make sense to sell. You know, we did it. We sold the home. 4.5%, I think, was our interest rate. Bought a more expensive home, bigger home, for 2% interest rate. We did buy down some points, but it kept our monthly payment the same. There's no way I would sell. We're in that home. So with that said, we might see a reduction in home sales, so transactions. The demand is still high and the supply may be getting lower. Caveat to that is with the interest rates being higher now, there's going to be, fewer buyers. It's about 40, with the rates at, 5.5% right now, it's about 40% more expensive for the same home than it was when the rates were at 3.5. So we'll see a little bit of a change there. But again, supply versus demand, the demand still is going to be high. The supply is going to be a little bit lower. So we're going to see prices still staying the same, still rising, not as a drastic rate as we saw, over the last 2 years, with 50% appreciation in 2 years. I mean, it's nuts. But again, record-breaking year last year with transactions, supply versus demand. Supply is high, demand is higher. For sellers, what does that mean? So I hear, well, if I sell, where would I go? There's homes out there. There's plenty of transactions out there. There's plenty of homes. The difference is you've got to be ready and you've got to be competitive and you've got to have the right strategy. So that means a lot of things, having your home ready to sell or being sold already. We can talk about that. If you have questions, you can reach out to me to go over how to best position yourself in this market. Buyers, what does that mean? Still going to be competitive. First-time buyers will probably be a little bit more difficult because anybody that needs to sell will sell. But people that are like I was, like, hey, I sold because I got into a better home for the same money. Those people, those step-up buyers, are going to be a little bit less, with interest rates being where they're at now versus last year and the year before. Still going to be competitive. The step-up buyers may be a little bit more, the ability will be there but there's just going to be a little bit less transactions this year. I'm not Nostradamus. I don't have a crystal ball, but the professionals that I'm listening to, that I'm talking to, around the country, so this is nationwide, not just New Hampshire. New Hampshire, we could be, nothing. Nothing could happen. We could still be the same course, but nationwide, that's generally the thought and generally the predictions from the professionals. Time will tell, just like with anything. But I'll leave you with this. When people ask, when's the best time to buy real estate? Yesterday. It was cheaper yesterday than it was today. It was worth less today than it was yesterday. We just continue to see rents rising. We continue to see home prices rising. Again, at a less drastic rate than the last couple of years, but they're still going up. Best time to buy was always yesterday. You can reach out to me, 603-255-5224. We can chat more, see about strategizing, and let me know if there's anything in the world I can do for you. Have a great day.